Hello everybody, you all welcome to this video. This is actually kind of an introduction to who am I actually. Now this corporate level, CA Sri Lanka corporate level, advanced audit and assurance. This very important subject, curriculum, module will be taken by me. My name is 𝗤𝗵𝘀𝗶𝗵𝗀𝗶. Actually, people in this into academic and all related activities used to call me as Vimal. So this video is all about who am I? Because it is very important you all to have some sort of, let's say, confidence before we start. Usually, you people, especially at corporate level, two more levels that you ought to be chartered accountants. Majority of you all are executives, managers in good corporates, organizations in Sri Lanka or let's say in abroad. So you actually expected the lecturer supposed to be first of all the knowledgeable about the subject matter, the content, the scope, knowledgeable, whether it's knowledgeable, and also the experience. Now when you take in particular subject like advanced audit and assurance, especially in this stage, let's say in CA, in addition to the tacit knowledge that people like me that been gathered, let's say, gained throughout, it's very important. But despite the fact, this tacit knowledge, that's very important because that is number one. Number two, the experience. You take this subject, advanced audit and assurance, 70-30, 60-40, obviously more than 50-50. What I am talking about, theories and practice, theoretical aspects and practical aspects. It is for sure, especially in this stage, it's very difficult. You may through, but still not that up to the extent with quality education if you don't get the experience along with the theories, which I don't believe. So it's very important to have experience as well, whoever wants to take especially this type of a syllabus curriculum. So the knowledge and the experience, as well as when it comes to experience in a particular subject, how long you have been, and in addition to into the commercial sector, as well as maybe some audit experience, let's say in audit firm. Okay, so mainly the knowledge, tacit, let's say, and the experience. And over the past, especially recent past, statistics, especially the achievements, in particular, let's say in this module syllabus or similar related syllabus, what kind of achievement as a lecturer. So basically This is what we do say or we don't say you people are expecting. That I can say for sure. I hope majority of you all would have now seen, and hope all of you all have seen first the knowledge, that is to say the qualification. You all can see I am a fellow member of CA Sri Lanka, which I obtained back in 2012. And in addition to that, CMA Sri Lanka also the fellow member, and also I am a marketeer as well, CIM UK member. AT Sri Lanka, many of you all know very well the fellow member. And in addition to that, I am a member of Chartered Public Financial Accounting as well in Sri Lanka as well as UK. And in addition to that, I do have an MBA as well from PIM, which I also obtained in 2012 back in the day. Now, when it comes to knowledge, I qualified in 2007 as a chartered accountant latter part that year, and soon after I qualified, one of the leading institution in Sri Lanka who conducts lectures for chartered and similar other programs was elected, and then handed over me this subject called auditing. Actually, those days we had in CAP 2. Now we call that actually business level 2. 2007 onwards, I am conducting the lectures for this particular subject. Not advanced audit and assurance, that is in corporate level, but what I am saying, auditing in BL2 level. Now actually audit controls that together subject, but we have started in back in 2007 as auditing. So thereafter, I actually had an opportunity to conduct lectures in certain MBA programs in Sri Lanka. I will not mention the names of the institutions who are conducting such programs. They are also included this advanced auditing subject. In addition to that, I do conduct lectures for this government auditors syllabus curriculum as well. You know the Auditor General departments, this happens in every year. In addition to that, back in 2010 to 12 period again, there was a syllabus revision. Now there is a syllabus revision is going to happen in soon. Hopefully the second half of the next year in CA Sri Lanka. So what I am referring to the one that happened sometimes back, 12 years back. And this time it is auditing study pack in English medium. We had a team to do this task, a very important task, and I was leading the team, auditing study pack. So I strongly believe, now that is very important, before you internalize the knowledge to the intended participants, it is very important that lecturer herself make sure that you are confident and you strongly believe that you can deliver definitely many times than expected by such intended participants. That is very important. First, you believe yourself. So I strongly believe with all these vicinity background, what I just mentioned a while ago, what I have been gathered, got involved throughout, let's say almost 15, 16, 17 years, paved the way, provided me that confidence what I do expect for me to deliver this advanced audit and assurance curriculum, syllabus, definitely well at above the expectation of you. Let me swear and guarantee. That's about the knowledge little bit. And I am expecting to separately provide you a small video on a particular chapter, let's say selected, so you all can further assess. In addition to the knowledge, as I mentioned, the experience, very, very important. In my vocabulary, what I mean is the things that you have in your nut and bolts is nothing but the experience. Combination of skills, capabilities, know-how is what experience. Yeah, I have started my career in 2004. It was a leading, actually speaking 2002, 2-3 years after I did my A level. 2002, it was a leading a commercial sector that has been selected. I have been selected to start the training for CA chartered, 2 years. And in 2004, after 2 years completed successfully, I have been selected one of the big 5 audit firm, and I will spend the time in there for 1 year, and after that I have moved to another audit firm leading once again represent big 5 and spent 2 years actually where I qualified as well and was able to perform in the capacity of audit manager. So these 5 years, 5.5, 6 years, purely what I did, let's say external auditing, little bit here and there internal auditing as well, true, and some few special assignments such as due diligence, let's say, forensic audit, let's say, here and there I can remember few. And thereafter then I moved into, I will cut short, a leading a telco company, PLC, and then I actually worked as a group internal audit manager for 2.5 years and was promoted as well, and then almost like 3 to 3.5 years as group internal audit manager. In addition to that, I had an opportunity to work in one of the BOI company for about 4.5, 5 years as a head of finance and administration, which I did a lot of internal control implementations. Because of a BOI fully ventured, there were a lot of works to be done, so on and so forth. So what I am trying to say, with all these working experience that I do have in external audit as well as internal auditing, let's say, also pave the way. Similar to the tacit knowledge, pave the way. Yeah. So, the purpose of this video is to provide sort of a brief understanding, who am I? And the next important question is what I am going to do, I'll be doing in the next video. So basically in this video, hope you all now could understand well, or able to understand well, who am I? Have the confidence, trust. I am involving with lot of activities in CA Sri Lanka, lot of activities, including doing lectures even in their MBA program, and in addition to that, lot of academic activities. Yeah. So this is what about myself in brief, for you all to come on board with no hesitation and have the trust and confidence. Some of you all definitely might know me in a different other maybe sort of modules that I do undertake that you all are attending, or maybe seminars that I usually do conduct, or maybe corporate training. If had a chance, you all might know me, or otherwise this is to give sort of a round robin small briefing, who am I. So basically the knowledge, believe on this, and the experience, believe on this. The couple of these two is very, very important. First the lecturer, have the confidence, make sure that you can do this. Of course, many times than intended participants are expected. So we are here to provide you this confidence. Okay, let's come on board, because we don't have much time. As you all well aware, the examination is going to be held on December. You have one more chance only if you miss this golden opportunity, because as I mentioned, the syllabus revision is up in the corner. Yeah, so you are now you took a good decision to fast track and do in December. Let me help you definitely with this subject. Even though it says a revision, don't worry, because we have a 3+ little more months. Let's do past papers, mean to say selected questions, rather all the questions in the past papers, recent past papers, along with the theories, which I do touch and go basis. But you all have ample good opportunity to raise any questions while we do conduct classes. Definitely yes. So this is about the brief introduction, who am I. So now you all know who am I in brief. I know, but it's very important before you get on board to get to know at least a little. Now you all have that. Once you get on board and we have together, then definitely you will get to know more. Not about me, that's not much important, but about the subject, syllabus content, curriculum, the scope, vicinity, surrounding environment, and all these things, because it is advanced audit and assurance. 70-30. 70% would be practical aspects, 30% would be theoretical aspects. I would say coming together is beginning, being together is progress, work together is success. Come together, be together, but most importantly, work together, because we all want to achieve the success. Then thank you so very much. Patiently listen to me in this video, which I just elaborated who am I that I am going to take this subject module curriculum. Let's work together. Thank you so very much and all the very best.